This is the second part of a 5-part series regarding common findings discovered in EVMS reviews and the recommended corrective actions to mitigate those findings. In the previous article, EAC alignment issues, poor variance analysis, and lack of subcontract management were discussed. This second part focuses on poor use of the percent complete earned value technique, data integrity issues, and poor scope language. Earned value techniques, EVT, fall into 3 distinct classifications: discrete, a-proportioned, level of effort, LOE. Within the discrete technique, there are methods ranging from objective to subjective. The most objective methods are those that employ a yes-no question as the primary measure of accomplishment. For example, has the activity begun, or was the hardware delivered? In these cases, there is no subjectivity in the evaluation of performance. The percent complete technique can introduce very subjective criteria as the source of measuring accomplishment. These are sometimes called manager's estimate, or derisively, the percent guess technique. The problem with this application of percent complete is that visibility into accurate work package performance may be hidden until it's too late to take effective managerial action. The goal in selecting the most appropriate EVT is to use the most objective rationale possible, given the nature of the work. There are key strategies that should be employed to reduce the subjectivity of the percent complete technique. Quantifiable backup data, QBD. This is also sometimes referred to as predetermined rationale, and essentially requires the establishment of lower-level milestones, activities, or steps to determine the percent complete. These steps are established and weighted prior to beginning the effort. The percent complete is determined when the steps for the percent complete work package are accomplished, i.e., the weight assigned to the steps is earned. Shorter duration activities. Because one of the dangers of using the percent complete technique is a potential delay in reporting accurate status until it's too late to take management action, it is recommended that these types of work packages be relatively short in duration. The DCMA defines any activity more than 44 working days to be a high-duration activity. The choice of 44 days generally means that an activity with a duration of that or less will start and finish within 2 months. Percent complete threshold. One method often employed when using percent complete is the introduction of a percentage ceiling that limits the reported accomplishment until the effort is 100% complete. This limits the 99% complete scenario that can introduce false status and create the often incorrect impression that completion is imminent. A common threshold in this mandate is to limit the percent complete to 75 or 80% until the activity is 100% complete. To standardize its reviewing organizations and the reduction in resources available to conduct on-site reviews, the DCMA is transitioning to establish predefined success criteria and testing methods to evaluate the compliance of each guideline using data submitted by the contractor. In addition, as mentioned above, the DCMA has released to its staff a program analysis pamphlet that contains 17 measures of data integrity for contractor-supplied data. A few of these are BCWS cumulative or BCWP cumulative, more than BAC, negative BCWP or BCWS, cumulative or current, work remaining without ETC, zero budget work packages, LOE with schedule variance, ACWP cumulative or ACWP current with no BAC, negative BAC, completed work, BCWP equals BAC with ETC. ACWP cumulative more than EAC, cost tool to IMS comparison problems. In many cases, there may be scenarios that result in a temporary data condition that trips one of the above thresholds, such as level of effort, LOE, but these should be the exception rather than the rule. Because of the growing interest in data integrity, it is important to screen for these conditions prior to submitting the data to the customer. If possible, an organization should allow time in its monthly business rhythm to correct the easy-to-fix errors prior to submittal of the reports. Those data flags that are legitimate or cannot be corrected prior to submittal should be reported to the customer in Format 5 of the Integrated Program Management Report, IPMR. or Contract Performance Report, CPR. The original scope for the project contract is defined in the Contract Statement of Work, CSOW, and then organized within the Work Breakdown Structure, WBS. The WBS dictionary defines the technical boundaries of each WBS element and identifies the work products. At a more detailed level, the scope is also identified in the Control Account Plan and the Work Authorization documents. In EVM surveillance reviews, as well as integrated baseline reviews, IBRs, a normal set of activities includes data traces. The project scope, schedule, and budget are traced across all the pertinent documents and reports to ensure that the EVMS is operating on a single integrated system. Included in the scope trace is a review of lower-level WBS element or control account scope statements to ensure they are consistent with the CSOW. It is also expected that the WBS dictionary will be maintained and current with all external and internal changes that add scope to WBS elements or control accounts. Like variance analysis and reporting, having accurate, current, and descriptive scope statements in all pertinent documents requires a disciplined approach and persistent review. The first step in establishing a procedure that makes this an important part of the earned value process, including the importance of maintaining the currency of the WBS dictionary by technically qualified personnel. One of the most common findings in this area is the failure to maintain the WBS dictionary. This document must reflect the current scope and incorporate all approved changes. The contractor should establish a process in the monthly business rhythm that sweeps all known changes, generally through the work authorization documents, and evaluates those for incorporation into the dictionary.